Hi, it's Paul. Welcome to Advanced PLC Programming. To get started, we're going to play around a little bit with Factory I/O and a PLC simulator called Control I/O. So first step is you have to have Factory I/O downloaded and installed on your own computer. And if you haven't done that, then go to Canvas, Unit 1. And here in Unit 1 there's an information section on Factory I/O. So click on that. And that's got all the links and all the instructions on how to install Factory I/O. So that's your first step, getting that installed and running. Now when you launch Factory I/O, it comes up to this screen. And I'm going to just open a scene. So I'll use the second one here. And here I've got, pretty simple, I've got two sensors and two conveyors and a box sitting on it. Now I need to be able to control this somehow. So what I could do, I'll go to Dock All Tags, and I need to put this in run mode. So I can control this stuff manually just by forcing. You can see this entry conveyor. I can turn that on and off. I want to pause, there we are. So I can control it all manually, but that's not very interesting, and that's not how we control machines. There's my second conveyor, I can turn that guy on. Okay, so I need to be able to have some programming in here to control this. I'll go to File and Drivers. And once we get into the semester, we're going to be using Allen Bradley, ControlLogix, and Studio 5000. But for now, I'm going to use this Control I/O. You can see there's a lot of different drivers. There's Siemens PLCs and Modbus. But I'm going to use this Control I/O, and that's a PLC simulator that's built into Factory I/O. And it's kind of built in, and it's kind of two separate programs. You'll see that in a minute once it launches. Okay, so here's Control I/O, and Factory I/O is in the background. The cool thing about this is the tags and everything are all linked together automatically. So we don't have to do much setup. If I look here, here's my sensor A and sensor B. And over on this side, here's my conveyor and my entry conveyor. In Control, and that's Factory I/O in the background. In Control I/O, if I expand my tags, there's my conveyor, my entry conveyor, and then there's my sensors. So I'm going to drag these guys out onto the screen here. And I think I'll do it like that. Okay, for the entry conveyor, I just want to turn that on. I don't have any sensor to turn it on. So I'll go up here to sources, and I need a Boolean input. And that's just a button, on off. So I'll hook that to my entry conveyor. Alright, let's see how this works when I have my Boolean control. When I push this button, my conveyor goes on. So that's pretty neat. Now I need to turn on the second conveyor, and I want to use my sensors to do that. So here's my two sensors, sensor A and sensor B. And if I look here, there's my sensor A, there's my sensor B. But I also have to notice that these are already hot. So I want to reverse what those guys are doing, and to do that I'll use a NOT. If I go down to function blocks, logical, here's my NOT. And all that does is that reverses the signal. So you can see this is hot because it's blue, and this went cold. Okay, so I've reversed those two sensors. Now what I need to do is I want to latch this conveyor on, because when I hit this sensor it's going to start the conveyor, but when the box goes past that sensor the conveyor is going to stop. And let's just try that. So I'm going to start my conveyor. It hits a sensor, that conveyor starts, and then it stops because I've lost my signal. So that's not good logic. What I need is a set reset. So the SR down here, and this is a latch. So when I hit sensor A, it's going to latch that set reset on and turn on my conveyor. And then sensor B is going to be used to turn it off. Let me try it without that first. There's my box going, and sensor A latched that conveyor on. And when it gets to the end, I want this to stop, but it didn't stop and it crashed. Now I'm going to hook up my sensor B to reset that latch, and that should turn off that conveyor. So let's try it again. I'll just reset everything. There goes my conveyor, and when I get to the end, there we go, it stopped. So you might notice a few pretty neat things about that, about this whole setup, is I can do everything, all this editing while everything's online. I don't have to go offline, do my edits, download it, go back online. It's very simple that way. You also notice that I'm not using ladder logic, I'm using function blocks. So they work a little bit different than ladder logic, but kind of the same too. Now I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to go back to my scene, stop everything, and now my palette of stuff comes up. So what I want to do is I'm going to zoom over a bit, and I'm going to add a conveyor in here. There's my roller conveyor. And I want this sensor B to turn on that conveyor instead of stopping this conveyor. So let me go back to my control IO. And if I look at my tags, here's my curved roller conveyor that I just added. So everything's automatically updated. And I'm just going to set that there. Maybe I'll disable that guy. So what's going to happen is this conveyor will turn on while it's on the sensor, and then it's going to stop as soon as it clears the sensor. So I'll hit run, and sometimes you have to hit run in both places. So here comes my box, and when this sensor B gets tripped, it should turn on that curved conveyor. And it did for a little while, but then it cleared the sensor, I lost my signal, and it turned off. Okay, those are kind of the basics to control IO and factory IO. Now when you're done, you have to save both files. So when I close this, I'll hit stop first. When I close this guy, it's going to ask me if I want to save. And yeah, let's save it. And it's going to ask me where it wants to put that file. So I'll just put it there, and I'll leave it called diagram 1. Now with this guy, with factory IO, when I close it, do I want to save? Yep. And for some reason it's not letting me save. So I'm going to cancel. I'm going to do save as. Now with Factory.io, you can't tell it where you're going to save your file. It saves in your documents file. And I'm just going to call this junk because I want to know to delete it later. And I saved that. I'm going to open up my directory. And if I look in my documents, there's a folder there called Factory.io. It creates that when you install it. And there's one called My Scenes. So open it up, and there it is right there. There's the junk file. It also creates a folder called Control.io. When I open that guy, there's my file for my Control.io. So the programs are linked, but they're also separate. When you save your work, you're saving two different files in two different locations. Okay, so open it up, have a go at it, and see how you make out. Talk to you soon.